An officer-involved shooting on Yavapai-Apache Nation tribal land near Clarkdale leaves one person wounded, and because of where it happened, the FBI is now investigating. A Fountain Hills man admits to investment and cryptocurrency fraud schemes that victimized more than 500 people and could now be ordered to pay as much as $30 million in restitution. Closer to home, lightning sparks several fires around Tonto Basin, with firefighters keeping watch overnight on the remaining Bluebird Fire. And south of Globe, the 6th fire grows to an estimated 50 acres after starting in an RV park and spreading onto the Tonto National Forest. Good morning, Central Arizona. I'm Randy Roberson, and this is Tonto-TV, your Central Arizona news.
From Prescott and Payson to Sholo, Flagstaff to Fountain Hills, Tonto-TV.com. We don't tell you what to think, just the facts, ma'am.
We begin this morning in the Verde Valley, where the FBI is investigating an officer-involved shooting on Yavapai-Apache Nation tribal land in the Clarkdale area. Now, that shooting happened around 8 o'clock Monday night. Clarkdale Police Chief Randy Taylor says 2 Yavapai-Apache Nation police officers and 2 Clarkdale police officers were at the scene. The Clarkdale officers were providing backup to tribal police when the shooting occurred. Chief Taylor says all of the officers are safe. One person, however, was shot. At last report, authorities had not publicly released that person's condition. Because the incident occurred on tribal land, the FBI is investigating that shooting. Yavapai-Apache Nation Director of Strategic Initiatives and Communications, Trayson Fulmer, said Tuesday morning that officials were still compiling information about the incident to share with the public. We'll continue watching for additional information from tribal officials and the FBI. In other news, a Fountain Hills man who pleaded guilty to a series of investment fraud schemes could now be ordered to pay as much as $30 million in restitution. Federal prosecutors say 48-year-old Jeremy Andrew Sowerby admitted to schemes carried out between 2017 and 2023 that victimized well over 500 people. One of the more recent operations involved an entity called Justice Capital, which authorities say was presented to investors as a hedge fund for high-income earners. One victim was reportedly defrauded out of $207,000 after falling prey to claims involving a trading bot algorithm. Other schemes involved cryptocurrency. Authorities say hundreds of victims were convinced to invest in various operations, including the purchase of cryptocurrency mining machines that didn't actually exist. Investigators say they still have not identified everyone who may be entitled to restitution, and the FBI is asking anyone who believes they were victimized by one of Sowerby's operations to complete an online victim questionnaire. Sowerby is scheduled to be sentenced on October 14th. Each wire fraud count carries a potential maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. Well, still ahead, several lightning strikes get the attention of folks down here in Tonto Basin, prompting firefighters to reassure residents that they're well aware of the situation and keeping watch on the remaining wildfire overnight. And south of Globe, the 6th fire spreads from an RV park onto the Tonto National Forest, bringing local, state, and federal firefighters together to battle the flames. These stories and more still ahead on Tonto-TV. Ponderosa Plumbing is Central Arizona's go-to plumbing team. For decades, homeowners, builders, and businesses have trusted Ponderosa Plumbing AZ for new construction, remodels, repairs, sewer and drain service, high-definition camera inspections, water heater installation, water treatment systems, and expert slab leak repair. When experience matters, when quality matters, when getting it done right the first time matters, Ponderosa Plumbing delivers. Locally owned, highly trusted, serving all of Central Arizona with honesty, craftsmanship, and unmatched know-how. located at 107 West Wade Lane, Suite number 5 in Payson. Call Ponderosa Plumbing AZ today at 928-476-4727. Ponderosa Plumbing AZ. Experience you can trust, quality you can count on. Well, welcome back. In other news, a series of lightning strikes around Tonto Basin last evening certainly got the attention of local residents. And the Tonto Basin Fire District took to social media last night to let everyone know, yes, they are aware of those fires. Firefighters reported 4 lightning-caused fires on the Tonto National Forest land. By Tuesday night, 3 of the 4 were out. The remaining fire, identified as the Bluebird Fire, was being monitored overnight. This is a view of it from here at Tonto-TV in Tonto Basin at dark 30 this morning. As you can see, it is still actively burning. The Tonto Basin Fire District said the Forest Service, Gila County Office of Emergency Management, and local firefighters were all monitoring the situation. Resources were expected to be placed on the Bluebird Fire early this morning to begin working on containment. The district says if conditions change, they'll keep the public informed. So if, like me, you're one of the folks around Tonto Basin watching those lightning strikes or the smoke that followed, local firefighters want you to know they're on it. And while we're talking about wildfires, meanwhile, another wildfire is keeping crews busy south of Globe. The 6 fire started around 4:30 Tuesday afternoon in an RV park in Six Shooter Canyon. From there, the fire spread west into a drainage and then onto the Tonto National Forest. At last report, it was estimated at approximately 50 acres, burning through grass and brush at a moderate rate of spread. The Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management is working that fire in unified command with the U.S. Forest Service, Tonto National Forest. Engines from local fire departments and the Forest Service were already on scene conducting suppression operations. Additional resources were ordered, including 2 Arizona Forestry wildland crews. And with thunderstorms in the forecast again today, both lightning and gusty outflow winds will remain concerns for firefighters across central Arizona. And speaking of those thunderstorms, we've got another hot August day ahead across central Arizona, with temperatures ranging from the lower 90s in the high country to around 105 degrees down here in Tonto Basin. And just about everybody has at least some chance of seeing a thunderstorm today. Your complete Central Arizona forecast and more coming up next.
I'm Garrett Goldman, and this year my wife and I decided to remodel our home. The home was built as a period-specific home modeled after an 1800s farmhouse and had single-pane windows which were very inefficient. When we started the planning process, we interviewed several window companies to retrofit the existing windows in our house, and we chose Lowry's Window and Door as our contractor. The reason we picked Lowry's is their customer service. The owner of the company, Bobby Lowry, came out to our house multiple times to identify a window that would fit within the existing windows, and then also a method that would allow us to keep all of the existing woodwork in the house and not have to redo any of it. Looking at all of the options for windows, we chose Pella double pane windows for our house because of their look and also their ability to be retrofitted into the existing window frames. Since completion of the project, we absolutely love our new dual pane Pella windows. I would recommend Lowry's for anybody looking to retrofit your existing windows or a new build because of their experience, craftsmanship, and exceptional customer service.
Big news! The station you've known as KRAMFM.com has grown into something even bigger, CentralArizonaRadio.com. You'll still hear the same classic rock you love, along with trusted local news, accurate weather, and community conversations, all in one place. Same station, same great music, bigger mission. So update your bookmarks and start listening today at CentralArizonaRadio.com. That's CentralArizonaRadio.com. Take Central Arizona with you. But we're looking at another hot and somewhat unsettled August day across central Arizona, with temperatures climbing from the low to middle 90s across the higher elevations to triple digits in our warmer valleys. Around Payson, Prescott, and Heber, highs generally range from 91 to 96 degrees today, with overnight lows in the mid to upper 60s. Sedona will climb to around 102, Globe reaches about 100 degrees, and Tonto Basin tops out near 105 degrees today, with lows tonight ranging from the mid-70s around Globe and Sedona to around 80 degrees in Tonto Basin. Thunderstorm chances are generally around 20% in the higher country, increasing to about 30% around Tonto Basin and even 40% down around Globe. So this is not an all-day washout by any means. Most locations will see plenty of sunshine, but scattered thunderstorms could develop as we move through the afternoon and early evening. And remember, even if the storm itself misses you, gusty outflow winds can still travel considerable distances away from the actual rainfall. Now, looking ahead, there really isn't much relief from the heat through the weekend. Across Payson and much of Rim Country, afternoon highs remain right around 94 to 95 degrees Thursday through Tuesday, with overnight lows generally in the mid to upper 60s. We'll maintain at least a slight chance of an afternoon or evening thunderstorm through much of that period, around 30% Thursday, dropping mostly into the 10 to 20% range Friday through Monday. By Tuesday, conditions look drier with mostly sunny skies. And across the lower elevations, including Globe and Tonto Basin, you can expect that heat to remain firmly in place. Tonto Basin stays around 105 on Thursday and 107 on Friday, then remains around 105 to 106 degrees Sunday through Tuesday. Overnight lows will stay pretty warm too, right around 80 degrees. Thunderstorms will remain possible at times, particularly this afternoon and evening, and again Thursday evening, before chances generally decrease heading into the weekend. So the overall central Arizona weather story is pretty straightforward. Hot afternoons, warm nights, plenty of sunshine, but enough monsoon moisture hanging around to keep scattered thunderstorms in the forecast through much of the weekend. And with wildfires already burning in our area, remember that thunderstorms don't have to produce much rain to cause problems. Lightning can start new fires, and thunderstorm outflow winds can quickly change the direction and intensity of fires already burning. We'll keep you updated right here on Tonto-TV. And finally this morning, it's official. This week belongs to a Payson tradition that has been part of Rim Country for more than 140 years. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs has issued an official state proclamation declaring August 20th through the 22nd of 2026 the world's oldest continuous rodeo week. And the proclamation provides a pretty remarkable reminder of just how far back this Payson tradition goes. The town held its first rodeo in 1884, establishing what would become an uninterrupted run of more than 140 years and earning its place in a living testament to Arizona's frontier history. The governor's proclamation recognizes not only the rodeo itself, but the generations of hard work, sportsmanship, horsemanship, and community pride that have kept that tradition alive. It also recognizes the Payson Pro Rodeo Committee, founded in 1950, for its volunteer leadership in preserving one of Arizona's most iconic Western traditions. And the state notes that the rodeo's impact extends well beyond the arena, supporting local businesses, drawing visitors from across Arizona, and helping showcase Rim Country and Payson's Western heritage. The proclamation officially covers tomorrow through Saturday, August 20th through the 22nd, as Payson celebrates another edition of the world's oldest continuous rodeo. For a community that takes a lot of pride in its Western roots, having the state of Arizona put that recognition down on paper is something pretty special. And after more than 140 years, this isn't simply a piece of Payson history, it's a tradition that's still being written. Congratulations to the Payson Pro Rodeo Committee, and happy Rodeo Week, Rim Country. And that's your look at Central Arizona News for this Wednesday, August 19th. Find our reports anytime at Tonto-TV.com and CentralArizonaRadio.com. For Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Thanks for joining us, and make it a great day.
From Prescott and Payson to Sholo, Flagstaff to Fountain Hills, Tonto-TV.com. We don't tell you what to think, just the facts.